Welcome to the University of Delaware College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Carville Research and Education Center. You'll hear people refer to this also as the substation. That's the old name to this. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. We have a great educational program planned for you this morning. First off, I want to really thank this lady sitting right up here. She has been phenomenal in spearheading this whole program. And we talked after we lost a great friend and a great colleague in Bill Brown. Many of you that had an opportunity to work with him knows that he was probably one of the most committed to the industry and to his profession. And not only was he a great colleague, he was a great man and a great friend. And we lost a huge benefit to the industry and to us. Now, with that, you know, Jenny and I talked, and it was a tragic incident with Bill, and that's really what kind of spearheaded this educational workshop. You know, a gentleman that had a tremendous experience with the industry, knew everything, and some of the things we're going to cover today, hopefully, is going to change a mindset for each of you in the chicken house and on the farm, not just in the poultry house. So if you have any questions, you know, please raise your hand. The speakers, we will repeat the questions, okay? So because we are being taped, this is a webinar, so there'll be other people that'll be joining in. Our program is, we're gonna have a tribute, a video that was, if those of you were at Bill's funeral, I want to give Michelle Walford major kudos for putting together a phenomenal tribute video to Bill. It's a tearjerker. So, you know, you may need your sleeves if you didn't bring any tissues in here. Then we're going to go into safety hazards in the poultry environment with Tim Norman, Barnes Electric. Stephen Collier, our poultry research farm manager that's located right here, did a lot of work with Bill on the research farm here, as well as on a lot of cooperative poultry farms. Electrocution and fire hazards with Dr. Jim Glancy, agriculture engineer, outstanding expert. And then Jenny and John are going to talk about biosecurity and disease updates. And again, just a reminder, open format, we have questions, please raise your hand. The speakers will answer those. And with that, I'm going to introduce Miss Jenny. For those of you that do not know, this is Jenny Rhodes, outstanding extension educator with the University of Maryland.
Thank you. Thanks, Mark. I have a lot of things I want to say, and I'm not probably really sure where I want to start, but Mark covered a lot of things about Bill, and we all knew Bill. He was near and dear to our heart, and just a really good friend and a fellow grower and a fellow colleague. And, you know, I can still think about, we have those long conversations. Well, Jen, what do you think about this? And, you know, one thing that I always remember about Bill, he always gave credit where credit was due. And it was always about Mary Lou and I. So I had a really nice talk with Mary Lou last week. She couldn't be here. She actually has chickens coming in today, but she said she wanted to say hi to everyone, and that she thought that Bill would be very proud of our team that has worked together, because he would certainly want us to take this tragedy and turn it into a learning experience for all of us. Because I can tell you, every time I walk into the chicken house, and every day, there's not a day that goes by that since Bill left us that I haven't thought about him. And when I look at a motor or a feed line, I think of it a lot differently than I used to. So, and that's what we want to do today. So we're going to be streaming live. So hopefully we have lots of people. Michelle, how many people do we have on? Do we know? Do we know how many people we have on?
Are connected to that big group.
Okay, good. So we have 10 people connected. We're also going to be video, and so we'll turn this into a YouTube. So we'll share that. You can watch it at any time. And if you have any other educational ideas that you'd like to do on electricity or anything else, please bring it to us. We're very lucky, Maryland, Delaware. We work, it's really Delmarva. We really don't know any, you know, I drive to Delaware, and you just really don't think about it. It's where we live. It's not state line. So do want to introduce, today we have the Secretary of Agriculture, Joe Bartenfelder from Maryland. Ed Key couldn't be here with us today. He's the Secretary of Ag for Delaware. But Joe, you want to say a few things before we get started?
I'll just be quick, Jenny. On behalf of both myself and Ed, just want to welcome everybody here. And I know he appreciates as much as I do your commitment to agriculture and farming here in Maryland and Delaware and Delmarva for our future, and your commitment to poultry, which is really the #1 part of our ag industry and really makes you know, the coin flow and all that here. Jenny and Mark, I want to thank you for putting this program together. You know, it's another example of how Maryland and Delaware works together for Delmarva. And the educational thing, it was mentioned about Bill, that was a real loss for all of us. For me, before I was ever secretary, I knew him just as a neighbor and as a friend who was really right around the corner. And then we got into the poultry business when we purchased another farm near the home farm right there in Preston. And, you know, he was helpful with that, with the 2 poultry houses that we have. And, you know, a lot of times as farmers, we do a lot of things that become so routine that take everything for granted. And farm safety is something that, you know, we always have to keep on the front burner and not take for granted, put on the back burner. And it's when we start taking things for granted that mistakes are made and things like that. And that's why it might have been a real pain for the 3 guys who are with me here, who are my 2 sons and son-in-law, to come today, but I emphasize to them how important it was, you know, because they're the ones that handle those daily operations. So that,
Good.
Go ahead, Jim.
Good. Thanks, Joe. Okay, let's see. Oh, I do want to introduce our team because this is just not about Mark and I. So I had lots of people that really stepped up to the plate and said, Jenny, you know, what do you need us to do? And so did Mark. So Tim Norman is here from Barnes Electric. He's the general manager. He's in the back. Stephen Tiger is in the back. And John Moyle, where's John? John Moyle, he's our Maryland poultry specialist. And then Dr. Jim Glancy too. So, and then lots of calls from a lot of different people. So we could have had a 3-day seminar with all the calls and the offers that we had. So we thought we're going to try to make it short and concise, and then we'll kind of expand from there.